What's up, everybody? It's me, the home cook hero, back with a new video for y'all. Just in time for Thanksgiving, y'all. I'm showing y'all how to make the best old school southern style collard greens. Y'all, I got some smoked turkey up in there that we let simmer for a little bit. Got that good old pot liquor going, like y'all know. You know, we chopped up these greens, got them going together, y'all. This stuff turned out perfect. So if you are interested in the recipe, stick around. Alright, y'all, so I have 4 bunches of collard greens that I am just letting sit in this water for a good 30 minutes just to get all of that sand and debris or whatever off the collard greens. You don't want no gritty greens. You know, we don't want that. We don't want that. And y'all, this recipe feeds about 5 to 6 people. So if you want to feed more people for Thanksgiving or for the holidays, definitely scale it up or down to suit your needs. So y'all, after that, as you see, I have kind of dried the greens a little bit, but I'm just basically pulling the leafy part away from the stem, and it's not really complicated at all. You see right there, I'm just basically just sliding the leaves right off, and for the most part, they come right off. I mean, you'll have some that you gotta kind of, you know, pay a little bit more attention to, but for the most part, they all kind of come off there. And some people like to leave the stems in there, or more of the stem than I did. Personally, I really don't like to. But I mean, if you grew up eating glory greens, or if you still eat glory greens now, it stems all up in there. So I mean, it's fine. Now I am just placing the greens onto the cutting board, and I'm just placing them out just like sheets of paper, just one sheet on top of the other. So basically just repeat this until you have all of the greens, or as much as you want at this point, and yeah, just stack them all on top of each other. And then after that, you want to just basically roll them as tight as you can get them, like you're rolling a burrito or something like that. You know, just roll it really as tight as you can get it, because that'll make sure that the cuts are nice and even and that all of the pieces are all relatively the same size. Now if you want yours a little bit bigger, or kind of like more of a rough kind of chop thing, you could definitely just tear it at this point. You don't have to chop it up. But if you want a more uniform kind of shape and size, then definitely this part right here you probably want to do. So as you see, I'm just cutting them in about 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch thick wedges, if you want to call it. But yeah, y'all, just do this step right here, and then I will be back. So I'm finished cutting up all of the greens, and now I'm just placing it all into the bowl. I just like to be nice and organized, because we're not going to cook the greens right away. No, you don't want to just start the greens right away. At least not the way this, you know, this old school kind of recipe. You don't want to do it that way. You want to first start off with a nice, good, flavorful pot liquor. So y'all, to do that today, I am using these smoked turkey wings that I picked up. You can use turkey neck bones if you want to. You can use pork neck bones. I actually prefer pork neck bones just because it gives the stock a lot more flavor to me. But you know, health is wealth, I guess. So we're gonna do smoked turkey wings today. All right, y'all. So as you see, I am just browning the smoked turkey wings on both sides for about 2 minutes tops on medium high heat. And I do that really just to dry foam that smoky, roasted kind of flavor for this stock, because especially in this case, you know, we're using smoked turkey, which is still honestly really flavorful, but I just prefer to do it this way. So y'all, after that, I just fill it up with water, basically enough to really cover the meat, and then I just boil it boil it for like at least an hour, because you really want to get this stock to really be nice and flavorful and really extract a lot of that flavor from out of the meat, and even from, you know, even from inside the bones. That's why the stock is starting to get kind of milky, because, you know, we're really releasing a lot of the juices and all of that good stuff from inside of that meat, all the way inside of that meat. And as you see right here, it's really starting to get tender. This is about 30 minutes in. I'm just showing y'all how nice and tender this meat is starting to get, but we still got a little bit of ways to go, because you don't want to have the meat pretty much 75% of the way done. At least in my opinion, you want to have the meat 75% of the way done before you put the greens in, because it'll make sure that everything kind of gets completed at the same time. All right, y'all, I talked enough about that. So as you see right here, I'm just finishing off the stock. I'm just using like a little skimmer just to get like all of the kind of gunk, or, you know, the extra fat or whatever that flows to the top. I did wash this meat before I put it in here, but sometimes you'll still get that kind of stuff, because I mean, you're literally boiling the hell out of this turkey wings, so you know you're gonna get some stuff coming out of there, y'all. All right, this step is optional. You don't really have to do this part, but I just prefer to have a clearer broth. Alright y'all, so it's been about an hour and 15 minutes and the meat has pretty much cooked to how I wanted it to. So now we're just going in with all the greens, and yes, they're going to wilt a little bit, but you want to just cook them covered for 30 minutes. Don't even touch it. Cook it on medium low, don't even touch it. And y'all, after that, come back to it. You can see that this stuff is already really starting to look like the greens that you grew up eating and the greens that you want to be eating. Alright y'all, so they've been cooking for about 30 minutes like I said, and now at this step, while they have like 30 more minutes to go, I'm going in with some flavoring. So I'm going in with a whole lot of onions. I love onions in my stuff, y'all know that already. You can leave the onions out completely, or you can just dice them up smaller. You can do whatever you want. I also went in with some chicken bouillon. That'll also really give that stock, even though it is flavorful, it really give it an all day kind of simmer taste, right? And for this old school collard greens recipe, you really want that all day slow cooked kind of taste, y'all. And then as you see, I just went in with some Tony Chachere's. I'm going in with some garlic powder right here. I'm going in with some onion powder as well as some black pepper, y'all. And after that, I just stirred it all up a little bit, and then I just cooked it for like another 30 minutes, and I made sure that the heat was on low, and I also kind of cocked the top of the pan to the side a little bit so some of that water can evaporate. And also, y'all, look at this turkey wings. Look at how it's starting to fall off the bone, y'all. That's what I was talking about when I said cook the meat about 75% of the way first, because if you do, it'll all start to come together at the same time, and that is what's starting to happen here, y'all. Alright, so I'll be back when we're all finished. Alright y'all, so it's been 30 minutes, y'all. Look at how that meat ran away from that bone. It just fell off that bone. Y'all, I am going in with the last final touches, a little bit of white vinegar, a little bit of sugar. Do this at the very end so you can still really get that nice balance of those two different flavors. Y'all, trust me on that part. Trust me on that part. It'll definitely help elevate this dish, and it'll really give it that old school type of taste that you had when you were growing up eating this stuff, y'all. I promise you. So now, y'all, I am just taking off the last little bit of that meat that hasn't completely ran off that bone. And as you see, it's just so easy. I'm snacking on that part a little bit later. You know, don't worry about that. I'm just trying to get off as much water as I can, just setting it to the side, y'all. But y'all, look at how easily that meat just pulls away off of that bone. It just pulls right off of that bone. And y'all, this stuff was so good. And look at that pot liquor. It is, everything just really came together, y'all. This is great over some rice. I didn't serve it. I didn't show myself serving it like that, y'all. But that is definitely how I like eating this, with some rice, some fried chicken, some cornbread. Y'all, this dish is A1. You definitely got to test it out. So, y'all, I'm just plating it up. Nice little bowl here. It's a little out of focus, but I got a new camera, so look forward to that, y'all. And, y'all, this stuff really came together. It was so good. Alright y'all, so that is pretty much all I have for y'all today. We're done with the recipe, and if you enjoyed it, you can definitely let me know down in the comments. You can hit that thumbs up button, y'all, and you can even subscribe to the channel for more recipes just like this. So y'all, with that said, I really hope y'all enjoyed this recipe, and I will see you in the next video. Later.